EX CVT sedan for just $170 per month, or get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months. Lease the 2017 Buick Verano Sport Touring for only $199 per month. And you can lease the new 2017 GMC Terrain SLE1 for just $199 a month. Come on in for all the details. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
I said where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken where I come from.
Unless the Lord builds a house, its builders labor over it in vain. This is from Psalm 127, and this is the key verse that Key Builders in Lincolnton is built on. Key Builders in Lincolnton is large enough to do what the big boys do, but small enough to be personal. Bring your own plans or visit the website at keypropertiesnc.com and take a look at theirs. They have homes for everyone. So call your local hometown builder, Key Builders, 704-735-0040, or visit their office at 1459 North Aspen Street in Lincolnton. Like them on Facebook, too. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Get to the Polaris Spring Sales event and hit the off-road with more money in your pocket. Financing is as low as 2.99% APR, and rebates go up to $2,000 on industry-leading razors, the best-selling Sportsman ATVs, and the undisputed king of the utility, the Polaris Ranger. See Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell off I-85. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina.
Turner Hauser Insurance Group has moved into the new location at 228 East Main Street in downtown Lincoln, and you're invited to come by. Jamie Hauser can help you with your home, auto, commercial, farm, or life insurance needs. Turner Hauser Insurance Group is here to serve their community and help you protect what matters. Visit the new location, Turner Hauser Insurance Group, 228 East Main Street in downtown Lincoln, and just look for the big blue awning. Online at turnerhauserins.com. Call 704-732-9577.
Who do you think you are?
So we're going to get caught up in that. All right, good afternoon. Welcome to high school baseball here on 1050 AM, WLON, KDCBroadcasting.com, the Ustream app. My name is Derek Smith. I'm joined alongside, as always, Evan Ludwig. And Evan here today for some high school baseball. Saw Lincoln play last Friday night, lost a game 5-0 to West Lincoln, trying to bounce back today, unfortunately, against the top team in the league right now.
Yeah, you know, this SD7, it doesn't really get any easier day by day. You know, Lincolnton's fighting in the middle, and this, you know, they're in the bubble right now, basically, for a playoff spot, and they're having to go against teams like East Lincoln, West Caldwell, almost every night. You know, you got a lot of other teams like a Maiden that is trying to fight their way through the bubble of the playoffs. So it's a tough road for these Lincolnton Wolves, but luckily you're at home tonight, so you do have home field advantage.
East Lincoln's only lost a couple of games all year long, undefeated in conference play. I mean, a fantastic team it appears to be so far halfway through the season, this Mustang bunch.
Yeah, and, you know, Coach Matteel's a terrific coach, and it's just such a talented team year in and year out. They never seem to really have that bad of a year. Whenever they lose one talented player, they gain another one through the ranks of their middle school program, and I think that's a strong testament to Coach Matteel.
It'll be Burke and Masters today, squaring off with the Hill. We'll take a break, come back. Renato Auto Mall broadcast of the Wolves and Mustangs Carolina Trust Bank pregame show. More after this high school baseball, 1050 AM, KDCBroadcasting.com. Back in a moment.
The big stuff.
We're community minded. We believe in what we do.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, with 3 offices in Lincolnton, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. You're invited to drop by and see our brand new big showroom. Now open at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincolnton. Yes, it's big, it's bright, and it's full of great deals on Chevrolets, Buicks, and GMC trucks. Hey, it's Truck Month. Come in now and get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $5,500 total cash allowance on the 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab. Come in for all the details at the all-new Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC truck, 1445 East Main Street, Lincolnton.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owners insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243. For over 100 years, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Falston has been providing services to families of our community with care and compassion. And now the Stamey Funeral Home has added the Cremation Center along with a new name, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Highway 182 in Falston, and the Stamey Funeral Home in Cherryville, located on Dixie Street in Cherryville, serving you with care and compassion in your time of need.
We make a joyful noise cheering our favorite high school football teams on Friday nights and our favorite college teams on Saturday. The Family of Faith at Ryan Heights United Methodist Church would like to invite you to come and make a joyful noise for the Lord on Sundays. Sunday school is at 10 and worship is at 11. Ryan Heights United Methodist Church is in Lincolnton on Madison Street, just up from Betty Ross Park. Come make a joyful noise with us.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
Be sure to visit Eddie's Auto Parts, 2514 East Main Street in Lincolnton, your local CarQuest distributor.
When you want some help from a fellow car lover, it's all in one place, as you'll discover. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina.
All right, back we are, Derek and Evan, on a Tuesday night. Renata Automall broadcast, Wolves and Mustangs, Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show. It'll be Kinch leading off for the Mustangs, playing shortstop. Batting second, the DH, Alec Burleson. Batting third, the left fielder, Taylor Michelle. Batting seventh, the catcher, Evan Pulowski. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 13, Tyler Johnson. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Trevor Childers. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Zach Hester. Batting eighth, Logan Philemon, the second baseman. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Cooper Hogue. PA Master set to go against Nate Kinch, the Coastal Carolina signee, and we are underway at 6:52. How about that?
Yeah, early start time, usually 7, but we're getting things started early here at Lincolnton High School.
Paul Allen Masters on the mound tonight. There's a strike at the knees to Nate Kinch, the shortstop.
Yeah, he said he's going to Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina, of course, won the College World Series last year. That was a big upset.
That's hit into center field. May drop in for a base hit in front of Lane Hoover, and it will.
And And Lane Hoover got past him a little bit there. It dropped down. Didn't really bounce past him much, I guess, because of the rain that came here last night. That probably prevented a double from happening for Kinch. But a leadoff single for the Mustangs.
Burleson, the DH, headed to East Carolina. He's banged up a little bit, I think, as far as his pitching is concerned and playing the field. I think he's got a shoulder situation. Maybe had an MRI last week.
Yeah, definitely don't want to risk injury on that. But here's something here that's tough for a pitcher, especially as
popped up back out of play.
Burleson fouls this one out. Is you start the game against two left-handed pitchers. You rarely see that, especially in high school.
Masters on the hill, Bowden behind the plate, Gibbons at first base, Williams at second base, Hatchett at short, Franklin at third, Cowie in left, Hoover in center. Odom is in right field defensively for the Wolves today. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on a miss, 0-2. Lincoln 4-7 overall, 3-5 in the league. East Lincoln 10-2 overall, 8-0 in SD7 action this season. 0-2 to Nate Burleson. Man on, nobody out. Top of the first inning. First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard 0-0. Here's the pitch. Missed. Count goes 1-2. Masters to Burleson.
Givens waiting, maybe if Kinch, trying to get Kinch out at first, possibly.
Masters shakes off the first side, swung on and missed. He struck out Alec Burleson, one down. Brings up left fielder Taylor Michelle, headed to Pfeiffer University next year. The Falcons of Pfeiffer.
Shows you how talented this team is. We've already gone through the first three batters, and all of them are going to be playing college baseball at this time next year. So a testament to the program at East Lincoln.
Michelle, right-handed hitter, playing left field today. Masters pitch, hit to center field. Hoover back underneath it. Uses the hands to shade the sun, makes the catch, and there are two down here in the first inning.
Yeah, right now that sun is right in directly Hoover's eyes, and he doesn't have any sunglasses on him. So nice job of tracking that one down and catching it to get the second out of the inning.
Catcher Evan Pulowski now. 2 out, a man on base. Top of the first inning. Renard Automall broadcast today of the Wolves and the Mustangs. SD7 rivalry matchup today. Strike at the knees to Pulowski. Got a soccer match going on up the hill from us. JV game. East Lincoln won 6-0, I believe, was the final score.
Also got tennis going on.
Sure do, tennis.
In right center.
Everybody from Denver came to town today. Check the runner back to first base in time. Is Nate Kinch. Oh, 1 pitch from Masters. Hit on the ground. Third baseman knocks it down, throw across the diamond. And that'll be a 5-3 put out. So after giving up the leadoff single, Masters retires the next 3 in a row. So no runs, a hit, no errors. 1 man left on base. We played 1 half. It is East Lincoln 0, and Lincoln coming to bat. Back after this. This is high school baseball, 10:50 a.m. KDCBroadcasting.com, the Ustream app. Back after this.
Crossroads Ford in Shelby is now Classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby. Yes, the name has changed, but the same friendly people you know are still there. Yes, you're invited to the all-new Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. Manager Richard Michaels invites you to come on in. You'll find the best possible deals on your new Ford or Lincoln, and check out their pre-owned inventory. For sales, service, and parts from the same people you've come to know and trust, they're still there at the all-new Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby, located at 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. The spring clearance event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Lincolnton. Get $2,000 combined cash allowance or 0% APR financing on select new Chrysler Pacifica models. The all-new Chrysler Pacifica was named the best of 2017. MSRP starting at $28,595. The spring clearance event is underway now at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street in Lincolnton.
You don't pull a mask off an old Lone Ranger and you don't.
All right, we're back. Bottom half of the first inning. It'll be Hoover, Odom, and Cowie against Caleb Burke. We saw Caleb Burke last Tuesday against West Lincoln. Fine outing for Caleb a week ago tonight here on KDCBroadcasting.com, our Lincoln County game of the week. This time last week. Hoover center field, Odom right field, Cowie left field. Your outfield's coming up here in the bottom of the first inning, rather.
In the main portion of that lineup, 1 and 3 are your main guys there. Hoover, despite losing 5-0 on Friday, got on base in every at-bat in the game, including the last one in the seventh. Every last at-bat except for the last one, the 7th inning he did not. But it was a tremendous effort by Hoover in that game. And, of course, Cowie, we've seen what he can do last year, this year, and in Legion Ball for Cherryville Post 100.
So Lane Hoover will lead things off here. Caleb Burke on the hill.
And you said Burke pitched last week and
yes, he did.
Against West Lincoln. That was
yes,
a pretty handed win. They took care of business. Won that one 7-2, I believe.
Yes, you're correct. So, his first pitch of the afternoon is on the way. It is a ball high. 1-0 the count. Outfield still fighting the sun, it looks like, in left and center. Right is shaded now, but a little bit longer, though, till that sun goes down above the trees up here top of the hill by the elementary school. That's bunting a foul out of play.
Yeah, it felt pretty weird looking at Langdon Givens in the top of the first inning playing first base. He's got his sunglasses on top of his head. I was wondering, why do you need the sunglasses at all at this point if you're playing first base?
1 ball, 1 strike. Burke's pitch to Hoover. Missed a ball. Count 2-1. Here's 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. Through the hole at shortstop. Hoover leads off with the base hit. By the first baseman. He'll go to second at least. Stay there. Why did you throw that ball?
I don't know, just trying to be hero there, I guess. And now Hoover's going to go on the third base. So that mistake costs East Lincoln, and you already put the leadoff runner at third base in a 0-0 ball game to give Lincolnton possibly an early advantage if they can take advantage of it.
Single, 2-base error on the shortstop. Here's Devashe Odom, the right fielder.
Odom's got a big opportunity to get an RBI here.
I mean, that was in shallow left field, Smoke. You're not going to throw that guy out at that point.
And the shortstop, I mean, he got a glove on it and stopped it from going to the left fielder. I mean, that's all you really need to do as Odom foul tips it. But then he tries to throw it. It was off angle. Seemed like it was off his back foot, too, and it went over the first baseman's head completely. It was just bad decision-making there, and that cost him a lot, potentially, if Hoover scores a run.
0-1. Pitch high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. How big would it be for Lincoln to get an early run against this bunch?
Oh, definitely would be a big run, or big advantage for them, because this is the best team of the conference. You know, getting an early advantage on the best team of the conference, that gives you a lot of confidence to compete with these guys.
Back up against the backstop, count 1-2 to Odom, a right-handed hitter. Playing left field today. Cowie on deck. 1-2 pitch. High for a ball.
Nice job of Odom fighting back that one. It looked like he was going to try to reach and try to make contact with it, but he fought better of it.
2-2 the count. You can turn you up a little bit, Smoke? You might be down just a hair.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, that sounds better, bro. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Devashe Odom. Here's the pitch. Swung on it, missed. Up around his jersey number. 1 down. Brings up Robbie Cowie, the left fielder. Made his first start of the season on the hill Friday night at West Lincoln. 5-0 loss.
And I think what people are going to forget was that, you know, he lost the game. It was 1 bad inning. 3 innings of pure dominance by Robbie Cowie, but just that 1 inning just.
About the 4th.
Yeah.
Dylan Smith was the Cowie killer. Knocked in 4 runs against West Lincoln on Friday night here on KDCBroadcasting.com, 1050 AM WLON. The 0-1 pitch to Cowie. Low for a ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High for a ball. Count 2-1.
Pick your spot. Pick your spot. Gotta be your pick.
A nice job, Cowie being patient right now.
Michelle's got his glove over his eyes to keep that sun from getting in him.
I've been there before.
That's hit the center field, but right to the center fielder. Going to tag his Hoover. Throw off the mark. It's a 1-run Lincoln lead now. Sac fly to center field by Robbie Cowie. He gets the RBI.
Hey, that's what you need. Anytime you can start the game off in the first inning with a run, you've got something good going. And Robbie Cowie got a good enough distance on that hit to get Hoover to tag up and advance to home plate to get the Wolves a 1-0 lead on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
Here's Langdon Givens, the first baseman. Base is clear. A run is in, though, and the Wolves have an early surprising lead against East Lincoln, 1-0 here. Here's the pitch. Strike at the knees. 0-1. That's low for a ball.
Yeah, almost at the dirt.
Well, this Lincoln team has lost to West Lincoln twice. East Lincoln already 1 time, and I would think some confidence would go a long way toward helping them potentially salvage a game in this rivalry between their 2 in-county conference teams.
Especially, you know, you're coming down in this last month here, and you still got a lot of time to play, but just in the middle, you know, you've already gone through 1/2 of the conference stretch. And then right here in this part, if you can get a win here, that would be humongous.
2 balls, 2 strikes, count even to Langdon Givens, the first baseman today.
Givens fouls the ball out of play.
Two balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch high for a ball. Count full 3-2.
A lot of those pitches are kind of being like that, high and outside, but those batters, Lincolnton, they're thinking about swinging at them because they're fast.
Walked him. 2-out walk to Givens brings up the third baseman, Brent Franklin.
They try to get some more runs coming across here maybe for Lincolnton here. The more the merrier.
Left-handed hitter, Franklin, third baseman. Pitch to him, low and away for a ball. 1-0. We welcome those in Cherryville on WCSL 1590 AM to the broadcast tonight here on 1050. The Boss, your beach oldies and sports stations. Throw down to second, runner going. The throw, he will tag him on top of the head. No, he didn't. Drop the ball.
And it was going to be a tough job for the shortstop. He was having to jump over Langdon Givens and tag him. Nice effort on the play, just could not hang on to the ball.
I thought he tapped him on the head.
Yeah. Just couldn't hang on to it. But now Lincolnton's got a runner in scoring position so they could possibly get another run in the bottom half of this first inning.
1 ball, 1 strike to Franklin. Runner down at second base is Givens. He stole the bag just a moment ago. Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch hit to center field. Center fielder coming in. Got to go back now. Maybe Tricky makes the play, though. Franklin flies out to center field to end the inning, but the Wolves pick up a run on a hit. There was an error, and there was 1 man left on base. So we played 1 completed. This Lincoln 1, East Lincoln nothing. This is high school baseball, 1050 a.m., 1590 a.m., and KDCBroadcasting.com. Back after this.
When Auto Owners Insurance was founded in 1916, the world was quite different. Yet with all that's changed, our commitment to be there when you need us most hasn't. By teaming up with independent agents, we've made a difference for generations of customers, and will for generations to come. And by making a difference every day, 100 years seem to go by in a flash.
Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is Mooney Insurance Agency, located at 528 East Main Street in Maiden. Call 828-428-8231. Dine in, carry out, or use their convenient drive-through window at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. You'll find Northbrook's finest in food. As a matter of fact, the finest food anywhere. And for a special treat, order one of the big bloomin' onions. From barbecue to fish to steaks, hamburgers and hot dogs, they've got it all at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Open for breakfast too. And be sure to like them on Facebook for their specials and Sunday lunch menus. And they do catering no matter how big or small. Call Mitchum's Kitchen today, located at the intersection of Highway 27 West and Highway 274 in Vail.
You don't pull a mask off that old Lone Ranger, and you don't miss.
Renata Automall broadcast of the Wolves and Mustangs tonight. Derek and Smoke with you on 1050 a.m., 1590 a.m., and KDCBroadcasting.com, the Ustream app on your mobile device. It will be Johnson, Childers, and Hester against PA Masters, who allowed a hit but got the last 3 in a row to end the inning. First time out today.
Yeah, solid first inning for Masters. See if he can get it done in the second inning as well.
First pitch, low for a ball. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Popped up near the front of the plate. Master says he has it, and he does. F1. Tyler Johnson, the first baseman, pops up. Brings up Trevor Childers, the right fielder, headed to Western Carolina on a football scholarship.
Yeah, he was a tremendous football player, and he's been doing a good job on the baseball diamond as well. He's been coming in clutch here for the Mustangs throughout the season.
Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. 1-0. That one missed. 2 balls and no strikes now.
That was a little bit too high there. Let's go from low to high.
Two-0 pitch. Dirt for a ball.
Already seeing some bullpen action for East Lincoln. Don't know what to make of that right now. Oh, that might be Kent. Can't really tell, but don't know what to make of that right now.
3-0 pitch, battles back with a strike to send it to 3-1. Walked him on the 3-1 pitch. Childers aboard.
It was just Childers being patient there, not trying to take any big risk and be aggressive, and he got on base with a walk for that.
Third baseman, number 2, Zach Hester.
Now Zach Hester coming up to the plate with 1 out and 1 on for the Mustangs. Childers getting the lead off first.
First pitch misses for a ball.
Hester adjusting something on his glove or something, and now he's getting back into the batter's box. And now the whole outfield is shaded, so it will not be a challenge anymore for the outfielders.
Strike at the knee, throw to first base, check the runner back. In time is Trevor Childers.
That was real close. I thought Givens may have gotten him on the bag, but the umpire said nope. He is safe.
1 ball, 1 strike. It's even.
That's another low pitch. Masters, this inning, specifically these last 2 batters, a lot of his pitches have been a little bit too low. Some of them even in the dirt. Got to try to get that pitch up a little bit.
2-1, low for a ball. 3-1.
And wind's starting to pick up here at Lincolnton.
Cherville not playing tonight? Is that where on WCSL?
I believe that is. So
I just assumed they had a game on WCSL tonight. I did not know we were streaming on 2 stations this evening.
I believe they were scheduled. I guess the game may have gotten canceled.
3-1 pitch. Walked him. Walked 2 in a row now.
Yeah, and it looks like the catcher may want to talk to Masters. You've walked 2 straight batters. You got a 1-0 lead. You don't want to lose the momentum having a 1-0 lead against a team like East Lincoln. And now Coach Sigmund's going to come out here, have a little mound meeting here in the top half of the 2nd inning.
Logan Philemon, the second baseman, gets set to check in at the plate. Meeting is completed. Coach Cole Sigmund and Mac Bowden head back to their respective places on the field this afternoon.
Let's see how that mound meeting helped Masters, because that first inning he was doing a good job and even got the first out pretty quickly, but ever since then it's just been a cold streak for Masters.
Oh, he chased one, and now let's see. We got somebody going to second, somebody going to third. Throw to third base, got him in a pickle. 2, 5, 6, 1. Throw to second base in time, though.
Hey, but nice job by Bowden. He didn't go after the second baseman, who was further away from his the first guy on first, who was further away from his base. But you go after the lead runner, and that takes away the lead runner, and now you got 2 outs, but a runner at second. So that was a nice job by Lincolnton and a big mess up by East Lincoln base running.
Must have been some kind of miscommunication on the sign, because
it wasn't the first baseman's fault. It was
Hester went, and then Childers said, well, I've got to go.
Well, Childers, I don't know what the call was specifically, but Childers never really went. He just kind of stayed there.
That's because maybe he wasn't supposed to go.
That's the thing. We don't really know what the call was.
So Hester now is down at second base. Philemon at the plate. Master steps off and chases Hester back to second base.
Hey, but that might help Masters. You know, you have 1 less base runner on base, and now you got 1 more out, and then you're out of the inning.
1-1, pop back over the fence, headed toward the bleachers, knocked down by a fan from Stanley, North Carolina. 1-2 the count. 2 out in the inning. Philemon at the plate. Hester at second. Master steps off again.
The second baseman's covering second, ready to be have the ball thrown back to him.
Now he's taken off. There will not be a throw made. Hester steals the bag. He's at third now with a 2-2 count on Philemon.
Well, that was actually a good pitch to go on because the ball was in the dirt. So no possible way to throw the ball to third base from the catcher.
Low for a ball. Count full 3-2 now.
Masters just try to get out of this inning so you don't have to worry about any more sticky situations of having more base runners on and then eventually getting to the heart of the order.
Here's the payoff pitch. Walked him. Third walk this inning. Third in a row now for Masters, as we'll see Cooper Hogue, the center fielder, stand in now. Runners on the corners and 2 out in the inning.
And if you're Cooper, you gotta get something. The least you can do here is a walk. I mean, now you got to get something done here. You can't leave that base runner on third standing and not allow him to score a run. Got to make some contact here.
Cooper Hogue hits it into center field, maybe toward right field. Odom is over there. He will take it, and that'll end the inning on the F9. A threat, but no runs, no hits, no errors. They strand 2 on the corners after 1.5 completed. Is Lincolnton 1, East Lincoln nothing. High school baseball on 1590 AM, 1050 AM, and KDCBroadcasting.com. Back after this.
Around with Jim.
Now's the time to head to West End Sales in Vail for some great deals on Coyote, like the Coyote UTV with top and winch starting at $11,900 and get 0% financing. And see the new Coyote 3510 34 horsepower tractor, only $17,900. And the big Coyote RX Series 4-wheel drive tractor with cab and loader starting at $37,000. And see the big line of Big Tex trailers, over 40 in stock, 3.99% financing for 54 months with approved credit. West End Sales, 110 North Highway 18 in Vail, online at westensales.com. Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincolnton, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit silverpointhomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincolnton Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dream. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincolnton.
All right, bottom 2 in Lincolnton. The Wolves 1, East Lincoln nothing. First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Renault Automall broadcast. Mustangs and Wolves tonight here on KDCBroadcasting.com. WCSL, WLON, and it will be Williams, Hatchett, and Bowden here. Wolves lead by 1. Carson Williams, the second baseman. Pitch high. Saw him pitch last time we were here early in the season. It's West Lincoln, maybe.
Yeah, that was one of the games we did early on in the season.
Count goes to 2-0.
And that goes back to the point when Lincolnton trying to find their first win against a county opponent this year.
Is there not an E in it? Is it Philmon or Philemon? What are you saying here? Philmon. Thank you, Keever. Philman. All right, let's make that change. Philman, not Philemon. We apologize for that. Just saying what I was told. Count 3-1 to Carson Williams, the second baseman. 3-1 the count. That is high for a ball. Walt Carson Williams to lead off the second inning.
Hey, anytime you lead off with a base runner getting on base, that's a good sign, and that's 2 straight innings now for Lincolnton that they've gotten a leadoff runner on base.
Brings up the shortstop, Frank Hatchett, right-handed hitter.
Hatchett came in for relief of Cowie on Friday against West Lincoln. Did a solid job against the Rebels.
Squared a bunt, lays down a good bunt. Bobbles it, throw to first base. In time. Close play, though.
about as close as you can get there. That was almost an error on the pitcher, and I thought maybe the bunt, it went right to the pitcher. It did not go short. It went out of the diamond and almost got to the pitcher, but pitcher got to throw on first just in time.
Sack bunt for Hatchett. Williams down at second base with an out, brings up the catcher, Mac Bowden.
Don't believe Bowden did have an at-bat late in the game Friday in West Lincoln. Sounds like the soccer match might be over.
There is a pitch high for a ball, 1-0.
I think soccer might be the only one still in the sun out of all three of the sporting events playing here.
Up there by Aspen Street, up there on the hill. Back out of play up the hill on this side of Aspen Street.
One of the best things about this ballpark here at Lincolnton is you can just sit wherever you want to. You can bring a lawn chair and sit on top of this hill that's right in front of Battleground Elementary.
1-1 pitch from Caleb Burke to Mac Bowden. Here it is. Foul. Rolling down the third base line out of play. And the count is 1-2. One ball and two strikes.
Nobody, Carson, nobody. Nobody.
1-2, strike at the knees, got him, looking, 2 out. Brings up pitcher P.A. Masters.
We saw in the last inning that last half inning, that East Lincoln left some base runners in scoring position. Lincoln did not want that to happen. So they got a runner at second with 2 outs.
Pitcher versus pitcher here. Throw it by the pitcher, does the pitcher. Down to third base goes Carson Williams.
And now you get your base runner closer to home plate, and you're smelling 2-0 now if you're Lincolnton.
One ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Count 1-1. One ball, one strike. Got a piece of it. 1-2 the count.
Hey, Master swung that bat there. Made it seem like he was wanting to knock this one out of here.
One, two, back out of play, slicing up the hill on the right side over the East Lincoln dugout. One ball, two strikes, 2 out. Runner down on third base is Carson Williams, who led off with a walk. That's back out of play up the hill again.
He's getting some contact on the defending the plate. That's what you need to do to survive in the count. Anything close, you need to swing at it. One and two. Burke's pitch, high for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Second inning, deuces are wild here. Can the Wolves make it 2-0? And you got number 2 on deck.
Here's the pitch, hit down slow to the pitcher, throw to first base. That ends the inning. On the 1-3 putout, swinging bunt. Strands the runner at third base. No runs, no hits. No errors, 1 man left on base. So we have played 2 completed. It's still 1-0 Lincoln high school baseball on 1050 AM, 1590 AM, and KDCBroadcasting.com back after this.
Save up to 20% on select Husqvarna zero-turn mowers at Al Lane Kubota of Lincolnton. That's right, select Husqvarna zero-turn mowers are now 20% off. Plus, ask about 0% financing for up to 42 months. There's a big selection to choose from. Save on Husqvarna, Kubota, and Toro. All at Al Lane's Kubota, 3636 East Highway 27 east of Lincolnton. Online at AlLaneMotorsports.com.
Sleep apnea is the interruption of sleep by a blockage to breathing. 8 million Americans go undiagnosed for sleep apnea. Dr. John L. Cloninger III of Lincolnton can help you with sleep apnea problems. John III is a member of the American Academy of Dental Sleep Medicine. He can help you now overcome the symptoms of obstructive sleep apnea, such as excessive daytime sleep, loud snoring, episodes of breathing cessation where you stop breathing, dry mouth and sore throat, morning headaches, insomnia, attention problems, and more. John III is concerned that patients don't know there are treatments for obstructive sleep apnea, from CPAP to dental appliances or even surgery. John III offers a free consultation for anyone with symptoms of sleep apnea. Just call 704-735-0765 or come by 904 Doncha Drive in Lincolnton to make an appointment. Sleep longer, smile brighter, live happier. Let Dr. John L. Cloninger III put his 21 years of dentistry experience to work for you.
Top 3, Kinch, Burleson, Michelle, 1, 2, 3 in the order. Just 1 hit for this Mustang team through 2 innings. And that was a Kinch leadoff single. Smoke?
Yeah, and you know, it's pretty weird if people are listening right now thinking in the third inning, 1-0 the score, people would think East Lincoln would be on top, but Lincolnton got on top, and thanks in large part due to an error by Kinch, I believe, the shortstop, who made that throw to first base that got over the first baseman's head that caused Lane Hoover to go to third and eventually home.
1-2 the count. One, two, popped up Kinch to center field. Hoover says he has it. I think he does, and in fact he does.
Yeah, that was pretty easy work there for Hoover. Immediately tracked it down, just had to jog over a little bit, and he got the catch, the out.
1 down brings up Burleson, the DH, who struck out to Masters in the first inning. Masters pitch. Hit to center field again. Hoover over toward left field, makes the play running that way in front of Robbie Cowie.
Yeah, that one, Burleson made Hoover work for that one. Hoover had to track that one down, run real fast, and Hoover, a really fast kid, and that showed there and got the second out of the inning. Heck, maybe Hoover could pull off the side here.
Here's Taylor Michelle, 2 out in the inning on just a couple of pitches by P.A. Master. There's a ball. 1-0. Michelle flew out to center field his first time up in the first inning.
Go figure.
One-zero pitch low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0, popped up out of play.
Oh, Cowie almost got to that one.
He did get over there?
He was about a step or 2 away from that one.
I gave up on that one. I thought it was going to be out of play.
Yeah, there is a lot of room.
True, there is. Yeah, there is. I didn't
not
bother
like
to
over at right
stick
field.
my head out the window too far, obviously.
And Cowie almost made a highlight reel play.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low for a ball. 3-1 the count. Three one the count. Back out of play, popped up. Count will be full, 3-2. Three two pitch, walked him.
Ooh. Looked like it was right on the corner. Yep, saw different.
Just do like Cam Newton done. That part, even though it's going back, done deal. And you don't lose anything.
Walk number 4 issued by Masters today, but he's got the 1-0 lead and 2 outs here in the third inning, and he will see Evan Pulowski throwing out 5-3 to end the first inning. Back out of play.
Yeah, man. 3 of those walks came in the last inning. He's been doing a better job this inning, but got to be careful. You know, you're in a thin margin, 1-run lead.
There's the strike. 0-2 the count. O2 pitch on the way. There it is. And the dart for a ball gets by the catcher. Down to second base goes the speedy Taylor Michelle.
He was moving very fast. There. He almost thought about going for third, but thought better of that.
Pass ball. Count 1-2 to Evan Pulowski.
Here in the East Lincoln dugout, chirp a lot towards Masters, trying to get him rattled.
Steps off, chases Michelle back to the bag. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike, and struck him out. To end the third inning, straining a runner down at second base. No runs, and no hits, no errors, leave one man aboard. So we have played 2.5. Still 1-0 Lincoln over East Lincoln. This is high school baseball on 1050 AM, 1590 AM, and KDCBroadcasting.com. Back after this.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff?
This new city just makes me miss home, man.
Go get a sweet tea from McDonald's. They make it fresh, sweet, and it's icy cold, just like your mom's.
But I miss home.
Oh, so you miss your mom telling you to make sure your room's clean?
Or close the fridge, Ryan, and stop letting all the cool air out. Or turn them lights off,
All
Ryan.
right, got it. The sweet tea is just right. But you know I'm going to tell my mom you got jokes.
No, don't.
This is no joke. Stop by McDonald's and get a large sweet tea for just $1 all summer long. Large sweet tea, just $1. Price and participation may vary. Limited time only.
In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina.
It's the Subway Sub of the Day. Each day of the week, you get a different 6-inch sub for just $3.50. Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken sub. Wednesday, the turkey breast sub. Thursday, the Italian BMT sub. Friday, the tuna sub. Saturday, the Black Forest ham sub. And Sunday, the meatball marinara sub. Your choice, just $3.50. The Sub of the Day from Subway in Boulder City and the Walmart in Lincolnton.
Bottom 3, 1-0 Lincoln. First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Not Automall broadcast tonight of the Wolves and the Mustangs, and it will be Odom, Cowie, and Gibbons against Caleb Burke.
Yeah, the heart of the lineup here in the bottom half of the third inning for the Wolves.
Cowie had a sac fly in the first inning to plate the only run today so far. Hoover, who led off with a single, 2-base error, driven in from third base. Odom struck out in the first inning.
Sun's starting to set here at Lincolnton High School. It's been a beautiful night here for baseball. Not too hot, not too cold, just right in the middle.
So here's Devashay Odom. No, check that.
Hoover
leading off. That is hit to left field. Michelle over, underneath it. Almost falls down, but he makes the play.
It might have been a little mud spot there from the rain last night. It's a close call there for Michelle, but still able to hang on for the first out after one pitch.
I had my book filled out wrong. That's why I thought Devashay Odom was leading off the inning. Now Odom stands in, one away. Cowie on deck. So the top three do in the lineup here in the third inning, as we did in the first inning today.
Yeah, for both. 1, 2, 3 started as Odom gets contact.
The left side, everybody gave chase, including Kinch and the third baseman and Michelle as well.
But it was fouled off, so Odom's having to go back to the batter's box here with a 0-1 count. It would have been perfect, though. The ball would have dropped and stayed fair for Odom. Didn't see, I don't think anyone was really covering second base. He could have made it to second.
Nothing in one. That's hit to the shortstop. Kinch going to throw in time. Gets Devashay Odom, 6-3. 2 away, brings up Robbie Cowie.
That's a nice makeup there for Kinch. I know they're still down 1-0, but he was able to get that throw down the first base perfectly this time. It's a nice bounce back play.
Cowie, sack fly. The only RBI today. Here's the pitch to him. Hit to left field. Michelle got to go back over his head up against the fence. He'll take 2. Will he take 3? No, he'll stay at second. A stand-up double for Cowie with 2 out in the inning.
And the first pitch he sees, he rips it into left field way past Michelle and gets a 2-out stand-up double. And now he's got Langdon Givens coming up to the plate. Maybe he could get another run here.
Givens walked in the first inning. Left stranded. Here's the pitch to him. Missed for a ball. 1-0.
East Lincoln infield look like they're playing pretty deep.
Here's the pitch. Back out of play up top the hill. Count 1-1.
Hey, just drive it right here. Let's go.
1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Count 1-2. 2 out in the inning. Cowie just doubled. He's at second. Would like to get him in and take a 2-0 lead. 1-0 as we stand. First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. That misses a ball, and it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, some East Lincoln players in the field were frustrated about that call by the ump.
Cowie's got a big lead, not being held to the bag. Burke looks back at him a couple of times. Spins that way. They try to sneak in behind him, does Kinch, but Cowie back in time.
Yeah, Cowie was, fortunately for him, already thinking that he was going to throw it back to second. He had his left leg pointed into that direction. And then right when he was about to throw it, Cowie started running back to second. He's got that big lead yet again.
2-2, low in the dirt for a ball. Count will be full, 3-2.
The count quickly goes from 1-2 and now into a full count. As Givens gets out of the batter's box.
Step up, take it out, let's go.
3-2, stayed alive, dipped it toward the dugout on the right side, East Lincoln's side of the field. Stays full, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch, but they'll fake the second first and chase Cowie back to the bag. Oh, struck him out. He was headed to first base, thinking he got ball 4 in the walk. So here in the third, Lincolnton, no runs on a hit, no errors. They strand one man through 3. It is still Lincolnton 1, East Lincoln nothing. This is high school baseball on 1050 AM, 1590 AM, and KDCBroadcasting.com. Back after this.
It's like going on vacation without leaving town at the Glen Oaks Golf Club in Maiden. Sure, there's golf, but there's a whole lot more, like their swimming pool, driving range, picnic shelter, and their new clubhouse, featuring a snack bar and a big banquet room. Great for weddings, receptions, class and family reunions. So for a fun day of golf and much, much more, see Glen Oaks Golf Course. Call 828-428-2451. 828-428-2451. Online at glenoaksgolf.com.
I said where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken where I come from.
The Chuck Wagon Grill in Lincolnton wants to take this time to wish Trevor Childers of the East Lincoln Mustangs the best of luck during this high school baseball season. Trevor pitches and plays outfield for the Mustangs, and the Chuck Wagon Grill is proud to be a sponsor of high school baseball. And for award-winning food, head to the Chuck Wagon Grill for some great daily lunch and dinner specials. And they do catering for any size event. Just call 704-732-4777. The Chuck Wagon Grill, 3051 Highway 27 east of Lincolnton. Go Mustangs!
Who do you think you are?
Top 4, Johnson, Childers, and Hester do here. Mustangs trailing PA Masters and the Wolves 1-0. Getting toward the middle innings of tonight's ball game. First pitch a strike to the first baseman, Tyler Johnson. Popped up to the pitcher in the second. Popped up again to left. Cowie in. Hoover over. Hoover takes it in front of Cowie.
I was worried we might have had a collision there, but at the last second they stopped right beside each other, almost shoulder length apart. And Hoover makes the catch. That's yet another catch for Hoover. He's stacking them up tonight.
A candidate for our unsponsored defensive player of the night.
Yeah. Hopefully he has his Fitbit on.
That's hit by Childers over Odom's head.
He made it.
He made the catch. My gosh, he made the catch.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Dadgum.
Certainly over his head, but pulled a Willie Mays and caught it over his back.
Wow. Sorry, Hoover. That is definitely going to be the defensive play of the game there. What a play by Odom.
Outstanding play by Odom. Went up against the fence, thought he was hit over his head, threw the glove up, and somehow brought it in. Robs Childers of an extra base hit. Here's Hester. 2 out in the inning on a couple of pitches only. That's low and away in the dirt for a ball, 1-0.
Interesting. Hester looked like he was going for a bunt with 2 outs and nobody on. That's definitely an interesting call there by Hester.
He walked and stole a base in the second inning. That is low for a ball. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That's popped up. Cowie in. Ends the inning. In order go the Mustangs here in the fourth. No runs, hits, errors, anybody left on base. We're halfway home. It is Lincolnton 1, East Lincoln nothing. High school baseball, 10:50 a.m. 1590 AM and KDCBroadcasting.com. Back after this.
Mr. Big Stuff.
Dr. John L. Cloninger III of Lincolnton will brighten your smiles with professional cosmetic dentistry and smile enhancement procedures for everyone. Even Duke fans will smile at the work of this Tar Heel. The office of Dr. John L. Cloninger III is located at 904 Dodger Drive. For an appointment, call 704-735-0765. That's 704-735-0765. And John III says best wishes to all high school athletes.
Maybe a punctuation mark on a career night for Bryce Johnson.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
When you need a ride, Specialized Transport has exactly what you're looking for, serving Gaston, Lincoln, Catawba, Burke, Caldwell, and Cleveland counties. Specialized Transport has your area covered. Ambulatory, wheelchair, and geriatric chair transport. Handicap transportation services and non-medical transport services are available as well. When you need a ride, call Dean Hastings at 704-735-5676. Specialized Transport will get you where you need to be. 704-735-5676.
All right, bottom four back here at Lincolnton. The Wolves lead the Mustangs 1-0. Well-pitched ball game by both hurlers today, Masters and Burke. The difference, a Cowie sac fly in the first. To tell you about the next 3.5 innings, my partner and friend, Evan Logan. Evan?
Yes, thank you very much, Derek. It's a pitcher's duel right now in the fourth inning. Bottom of the fourth inning, that is. It's a 1-0 lead for the Wolves. Thanks to Lane Hoover getting on first and reaching on third with an error, and then Robbie Cowie with the sacrifice fly. Heading up to the plate to lead off the fourth inning for the Wolves is Franklin, the third baseman, who flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Here comes a pitch from Burke and a foul tip on his first pitch. The sun's starting to set here. 10 minutes from 8 o'clock. Got an early start time here at Lincolnton High School. 6:52 the official start time. It's about 8 minutes, or about 10 minutes earlier than most games start. And this pitch way outside evens up the count at 1-1. Burke having a good outing so far, minus that one blemish in the first inning. That pitch in the dirt. Count now 2-1 for Franklin, or 3-1 for Franklin. Franklin puts his bat on his shoulder, waving it forward and backward. Franklin foul tips this one. That evens the count at 2-2. Looks like we got someone warming up a little bit in the bullpen. I don't know if that's considered bullpen action right now for East Lincoln. Here comes a pitch, low, a swing and a miss, and strike three. And Franklin will go to the dugout for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Carson Williams, who walked and reached the third base in his first at-bat.
Smoke elsewhere today. West Lincoln at Bunker Hill, Mooresville at North Lincoln, Pine Lake Prep at Lincoln Charter, Newton Conover at Maiden, Bandy's at West Caldwell. I'll give you the standings in a second.
Carson Williams, a grounder to first.
High, dropped it.
Yeah. Williams will be safe at first. Kinch with a high throw to the first baseman, and the first baseman dropped it.
Hitting an error, I think, wouldn't you say? It can be both.
I think
can
that
be
might,
both.
I think that's going to be counted as an error.
Correct. Just an error. If he'd gotten to second, it would have been a hit and an error potentially.
So that'll be an E6. Been a rough day for Kinch. As that'll bring up Frank Hatchett, who in his first at-bat was a victim of a 1-3 putout. But he's got a runner at first. With one out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, Hatchett fouls this pitch off.
So East Lincoln 8-0 in the league. West Caldwell in second, 6-2, 2 games behind. Bunker Hill, West Lincoln 4-4, 4 games out of first place, tied for third. Tied for fourth, Lincoln and the Maiden 3-5, 5 games out of first place. And a three-way tie, actually, Lincoln and Maiden and Bandy's and Newton Conover 1-7.
It's pretty tough in this conference for sure.
Bunch of teams stacked in there behind West Caldwell and East Lincoln.
Hatchett gets a foul tipped in this one. Nice heads up by Williams, though, who was trying to go to second thinking it was a passed ball. He goes back to first. The count is now 2-2 for Hatchett with 1 out and 1 on. On deck is Bowden, the catcher. He struck out in his first appearance. Burke winds up, pitches outside for Hatch, and it's now full.
Payoff pitch in just a second.
Hatchett now gets back into the plate. A little practice motion going. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And now coming up to the plate with 2 outs and a runner at first is Bowden, the catcher, number 15.
Number 15, Mike Bowden.
And coming up after that is his pitcher, Masters, J.P. Masters.
P.A. Masters.
P.A. Masters.
Thinking of J.P. Stevens.
Ah. Bowden getting some motion going in, some practice swings. As Burke looks back to first where Williams is at. Throw back to first, and Williams is safe. Williams about the same lead now at first, getting a little bit out there now. Here comes a pitch from Burke. Bowden swings and misses, low pitch there. 0-1 to count. People still filing in here at Lincolnton High School watching some baseball. We've got 3 events going on out here in this area tonight: soccer, tennis, and baseball. Bowden fouls this one off, but it's in play still, but nowhere near any East Lincoln defender to get to that one in time.
And I suspect softball was played today down there at the City Park.
Yes, City Park, which is about 8 minutes.
About 8 minutes, yeah.
Never tracked the exact time there. I think it's right down the road from the hospital. Now Burke gets off the mound. Take a little time. Maybe dry some sweat off his face. 0-2 to count for Bowden. We've got 2 outs and a runner at first. Throw back to first to Williams, and Williams still safe at first. Now Burke throws to Bowden. Bowden swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning. And it's still a 1-0 lead on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard for the Lincolnton Wolves over East Lincoln as we head into the 5th inning of play here at Lincolnton High School. You're watching and listening to WLON and WCSL 1590 AM baseball here on KTCBroadcasting.com. This is a presentation of Renato Automall.
Yes, you can get approved at Renato Automall in Shelby. Come take a look at the 2016 Kia Souls with 0% APR financing up to 60 months. Or drive away in a new 2017 Honda Civic LEX CVT sedan for just $170 per month, or get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months. Lease the 2017 Buick Verano Sport Touring for only $199 per month. And you can lease the new 2017 GMC Terrain SLE1 for just $199 a month. Come on in for all the details. Renato Automall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
I said where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken where I come from.
Unless the Lord builds a house, its builders labor over it in vain. This is from Psalm 127, and this is the key verse that Key Builders in Lincolnton is built on. Key Builders in Lincolnton is large enough to do what the big boys do, but small enough to be personal. Bring your own plans or visit the website at keypropertiesnc.com and take a look at theirs. They have homes for everyone. So call your local hometown builder, Key Builders, 704-735-0040, or visit their office at 1459 North Aspen Street in Lincolnton. Like them on Facebook, too.
Evan Ludwig, Derek Smith back with you here on WLON 1050 AM and 1590 AM WCSL. Lincoln County Baseball presented by Ronaldo Auto Mall. Top of the 5th inning, Lincolnton up 1-0. And a base hit to lead things off for Logan Philman, who walked in his first appearance. But first pitch he sees, he gets that one into right field for a single.
Stroked it to right field. Good-looking hit right there. Runner on board. Mustangs trail by a run here in the 5th inning. Got to get going. Been down 1 since the early innings of today's game. The first, as a matter of fact.
And Cooper Hogue now at the plate, the center fielder for East Lincoln. 8-9-1 for this inning.
Tried to bunt it, popped it up.
And Bowden went forward instead of backward, trying to get that bunt there.
Trying to get him bunted over to second base in a 1-run game.
And now we got Coach Mateel coming out here. I want to say something to Cooper. I don't know what it's about. But trying to get that bunt down so you can get a runner in scoring position with your top of the lineup on deck. And Nate Kinch. Masters waiting to pitch. Here comes the pitch from Masters, and it's a bunt. This time it's successfully laid down. Masters throws to first, and not in time. So now 2 base runners are on base for East Lincoln with no outs, and you got the top of the lineup coming up. This could be trouble here for Lincolnton.
Outstanding bunt.
Yes.
Kind of rolled and then just kind of stopped. Masters couldn't get to it quick enough nor make the throw down there fast enough. And now the go-ahead runner's on first base for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Coach Sigmund going to the mound. This is the second mound meeting he's had with Masters in this game. First one came in the 2nd inning. He's done a great job throughout the game, not giving up a run. I guess the only bad thing he's done is given up 4 walks. But now, Derek, it's a tough spot here for Lincolnton. What do you do? Maybe just try to ride Masters out in this inning?
Yeah, I mean, he's pitched well. He's got out of some jams earlier today in some previous innings. Certainly a tough situation to be 2 men on, nobody out. But they do have the 1-run lead, and give him a chance at least to get this man out and then go from there. I don't know what your relief options are today. Cowie pitched Friday. And I don't remember if they had a relief pitcher come in Friday and pitch or not.
No, they had Frank Hatchett come in.
Hatchett, that's right. So Lane Hoover could be available tonight.
Yeah, Hatchett.
Carson Williams could be available tonight.
Now Kinch was kind of signaling a bunt as that first pitch was pretty high up for a ball. Last thing you want to do if you're Masters is load up the bases with no outs. Kinch just getting slow practice swings here.
Tough man to face in this situation, although he has pretty good success against him so far today.
And now a little missed opportunity there as Givens was so far up trying to maybe prepare for the bunt that first base was left uncovered, and Cooper had a big lead. Could have made a throw there. And the count is now 2-0 for Kinch. And a good bunt drug down to third base. High throw and beat out the throw. So 2 straight bunts have beaten out the throw. And now you got the bases loaded with no one out. And Alec Burleson heading to the plate for the Mustangs.
Small ball. Now you got a guy that can knock it out of the park standing in.
This spells trouble for the Wolves. Just hanging on to that 1-0 lead here in the top half of the 5th inning, but the bases are loaded for the Mustangs, and they got their best player at the plate.
Oh, popped him up.
Burleson sees, pops up into right field. Odom, who made a spectacular catch in the last inning right at the foul line. He gets it. Now we're going to have a tag up in advance. Philman gets to home plate. We got a tie ball game here on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
Well, gave up 1 to get an out. So look at it that way, I guess, on the positive side if you're Lincoln. But now you've got still 2 men on second and third. The force has been taken out of the equation. Another top hitter at the plate, and Taylor Michelle.
They got 2 runners in scoring position as well. That's dangerous. With Michelle at the plate. Michelle does not swing at the first pitch he sees, unlike Burleson.
Low for a ball, 1-0.
Here comes a pitch. Michelle fouls this one out of play. Count goes 1-1. So we got a 1-1 score, and the count is 1-1 with 1 out. The only thing we're missing is the first inning. Must have ones right across the board. Here comes a pitch from Masters. Michelle looks at it. It's a called strike. And that puts Michelle behind the count 1-2.
Yeah, if they can get this guy right here, then maybe he gets out in a 1-1 ball game.
That could be a huge break for Masters.
Needs one more pitch. Popped him up.
Bowden trying to get towards the East Lincoln dugout. He could get it. Oh, no, does not get it.
Overran it.
Oh, yeah, he did overrun it. He was very frustrated, understandably so. That's a huge break there if you're Michelle.
Just overran it by 1 step.
And he only had one hand out. He didn't have his right hand below his glove. 1-2 still to count for Michelle. Top of the 5th, runners in scoring position. But a called strike 3, Masters gets the job done anyway.
Wow, big pitch by PA right there. So much better position now to be in with 2 outs. Those runners at second and third, but you get out of this after a bases loaded, no out situation. Just a 1 run and team still in the ball game.
Evan Pulowski now at the plate. He gets this one up in the right field to Odom, but Odom gets under it. And Lincolnton, considering the bases were loaded with no outs, they get out of this one, only giving up 1 run. And it's now a tie ball game as we head into the bottom half of the 5th inning on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. East Lincoln 1, Lincolnton 1. You're listening and watching to high school baseball on WLON 1050 AM and WCSL 1590 AM and on KTCBroadcasting.com.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Get to the Polaris Spring Sales event and hit the off-road with more money in your pocket. Financing is as low as 2.99% APR, and rebates go up to $2,000 on industry-leading razors, the best-selling Sportsman ATVs, and the undisputed king of the utility, the Polaris Ranger. See Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell off I-85. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, we've had our first pitching change, which is brought to you by Weston Sales. This is a Weston Sale call to the bullpen. Trenton Wood now the new man on the mound for the East Lincoln Mustangs, replacing Caleb Burke after 4 innings pitched.
4 innings, just the 1 run. You can probably tabulate the hits down there, can't you?
Let's see. Only 2 hits given up by Burke.
One was to Hoover, right? And
Let's see. Yeah, one was to Hoover and the other was to Cowie. So the usual suspects have gotten the hit so far for Lincolnton. And we're going to have a pitcher-pitcher matchup to start this inning as J.P. Masters, fresh out of getting out of a jam, only giving up 1 run after having the bases loaded with no outs. He's leading off, trying to lead back for the Wolves.
Don't know that Woods pitched on Friday, but he did pitch last Tuesday against West Lincoln. It was not a save opportunity, but he did pitch the last couple against the Rebels a week ago tonight.
And quickly, Masters is in an 0-2 count. Trenton Woods definitely got some speed on his pitches, and Masters swings and misses.
Down on strikes.
Yeah, very quickly. And that'll bring up Lane Hoover, who was the first hit of the ball game and also the only run of the ball game for the Wolves. And then his second at bat, he flew out to left field in his first pitch. Count is 1-0 for Hoover. And now it's 1-1. Woods definitely fresh. He's not waiting in between pitches, unlike Burke. I think Burke's pitching style is more slow than Woods. That pitch down into dirt, and it's now 2-1 count for Hoover. Hoover's ahead of the count. Hoover stepped into that one but did not swing, and it's now a 3-1 count. A hitter's count for Hoover. But still got to be careful here not to get into a full count. And we got Odom on deck, who has made some tremendous plays out in the field tonight.
Maybe the play of the year, so far.
Yeah, definitely. A Willie Mays-esque catch as Hoover gets on the first base with a walk.
And that's the best defensive play I've seen this year, certainly, maybe even going back to last year. We all thought it was over his head. Everybody up here thought it was over his head. Yeah.
Now Odom at the plate. Struck out and was a 6-3 putout. His at bat so far. That pitch outside and his first pitch from Woods. 1-0. You got your Robbie Cowie on deck. Could be huge to have Cowie at the plate with a runner or maybe 2 base runners on base. Throw back to first, trying to get Hoover out. Hoover gets there in time. It's safe. Almost pitch black here in Lincolnton, as it's now evening. As Hoover goes to second base, unattested throw. So now you got a runner in scoring position as Odom swung at that pitch. The count evens out at 1-1. So an unassisted throw gets Hoover to second. Pitch outside and in the dirt. 2-1 now to count for Odom. We'll remind our viewers this Friday we will be back here at Lincolnton as they take on Bandies. Now Hoover going to third base, stealing.
Wow.
And not even a throw. Hoover putting on a show, showing his speed. And just like that, you got a runner at third. It's deja vu all over again here for Lincolnton, except this time no errors. Odom fouls this one out of play, and we got a full count now for Odom.
Thank you. Thank you. I missed the garbage can over there with my garbage.
Trying to get some foul balls, and now Odom looking at Coach Sigmund, waiting to signal here. Full count, waiting to payoff pitch from Masters, or for Woods. And that's another foul. Odom frustrated. He wants this one to be in fair play.
Yeah. I mean, this would be a huge win for Lincolnton to beat the top team and hand them their first conference victory. Loss, only third of the season.
Mm-hmm. Another foul by Odom. He's staying alive.
Yep.
Yeah, he's frustrated, but he's staying alive at the same time. It's a double-edged sword.
Hanging in there against Wood. 3-2 pitch forthcoming. Hoover has stolen 2 bases. Is at third, represents the go-ahead run for Lincolnton.
I guarantee you, who wouldn't be this frustrated if Hoover wasn't at third. Here comes, and now Odom calls time. Probably better just try to calm him down here. This is a big situation here in the later stages of this ball game. Tie ball game. Go ahead, run at third. Full count, 1 out. Here comes a pitch. Low in the dirt. Odom gets to go to first, and we got runners at the corners with 1 out. With Robbie Cowie coming up to the plate.
Yeah, hit 9 home runs for Cherryville Post 100 last summer. Be a good time to hit one first of the year today here, right now.
Yeah, this could definitely open the floodgates here for Lincolnton. This would be quite an answer, too, after giving up your first run of the ball game in the last inning. Of course, I wouldn't be shocked to see Odom maybe try to steal second here in one of these first few pitches, as Cowie quickly calls time. Just trying to get some more practice swings in. Knows this is a big moment. Here comes the pitch. Cowie swings and misses. That one's a low pitch.
Out of the strike zone for sure.
Definitely Cowie would want that, take that one back. Cowie is one of the only 2 players to get a base hit today. Throw back to first to Odom. Odom almost got off the bag after sliding and almost got put out. Cowie now gets into the batter's box here. He's got an 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch. That one's a called strike. And now Cowie's deeply into count 0-2.
Let's go. Check right here. Let's go.
Can Cowie get Hoover home? Now Cowie calls time.
Taking too much time for him. He's ready for a pitch.
Odom at first, Hoover at third. Here comes the pitch from Wood. Low in the dirt, strike 3. And they're not going to. Occupied, yeah, with Odom at first. Cowie can't even try to run for first.
Swung at least 2 out of the strike zone right there. Trying a little bit too hard, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, Derek.
Could have been a little more patient with nobody out.
That is a
Check that there was 1 out.
Hey, step up and hit this ball right here. Let's go.
Yeah, so could be a huge missed opportunity there for Robbie Cowie here in the bottom of the 5th inning. See what Langdon Givens can do. Swings at the first pitch and misses. He walked in his first appearance and struck out in the second. Got runners at the corners and a tie ball game. This is a big at-bat here for Langdon Givens. Here comes a pitch. He makes contact.
There you go.
Drop. It does. And Lincolnton's going to take the lead. An RBI single from Langdon Givens gives Lincolnton the lead yet again.
Just poked it over second base into shallow center field, just enough to get it out of the infield, which is all he really needed to score the runner from third base, and it's a 2-1 Lincoln lead. First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
And Langdon Givens shrugs to Lincolnton dugout. So you still got Odom at second now. And now Langdon Givens at first. You're expecting Cowie to do it, but Givens does it instead. Now at the plate is Franklin. Fouls off the first pitch. Here comes a pitch from Woods. And Franklin makes contact on this one.
Could be tricky.
Yeah, this is at the line in right field and caught out number 3. But not before Lincolnton gets another run across and takes back the lead. They now lead 2-1 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard thanks to an Eddie's Auto Parts base hit from Langdon Givens. We now are going into the 6th inning here at Lincolnton High School.
Turner Hauser Insurance Group has moved into the new location at 228 East Main Street in downtown Lincoln, and you're invited to come by. Jamie Hauser can help you with your home, auto, commercial, farm, or life insurance needs. Turner Hauser Insurance Group is here to serve their community and help you protect what matters. Visit the new location, Turner Hauser Insurance Group, 228 East Main Street in downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. Online at turnerhauserins.com. Call 704-732-9577.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff?
We're community minded. We believe in what we do. We love this town. We live in just like you.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank. Member FDIC. Community minded just like you.
We're community minded. Just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, with 3 offices in Lincolnton, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
All right, back here at Lincolnton High School. In case you just joined us here, it's a 2-1 lead for the Lincolnton Wolves on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard against East Lincoln. This could be a huge win for the Wolves if they are able to hang on, Derek.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, a team that is undefeated in league play, just losers of twice this season. Wolves have been struggling. Chance to pull the big upset here tonight. First pitch is striking there by P.A. Masters.
We got number 11 at the plate. Let's see.
Should be Michelle, isn't it?
And we ended with Pulowski in the 5th. So it's a quick 0-2 count for number 11. I think this might be a pinch hitter. We don't have his name. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is popped up here. Let's see if Bowden can get some redemption. I cannot get it there. So it looked like a little bit ahead of him as he tried to slide.
Pencil in Tanner Burns as the pinch hitter, Smoke.
Tanner Burns in the 5 spot, replacing
Correct.
Tyler Johnson. It's his first plate appearance here. Burns in an 0-2 hole here in the 6th inning. Masters still in. Ooh, that was almost a strike 3 there. Lincolnton definitely wanting that one. Let's see, 1-2 now to count as Masters steps off the bag a little bit. Now gets right back on it. Trying to see what he can do to strike out Burns. Here comes the pitch. Burns waits on it and flies this one up the center field. Lane Hoover slowly getting to the spot, and he gets the out. Yet another out recorded thanks to Lane Hoover tonight on the defensive side. A lot of them have been popped up to his way tonight.
Yeah, busy afternoon in the outfield for the Wolves, but Masters is letting his defense do some work behind him, and it's worked so far. He's got the 2-1 lead.
And now Trevor Childers at the plate. He flies this one up. This one probably going to get out of play. Langdon tries to give it a chase, but it is out of play. Of course, Trevor Childers could have had at least a double in his last at-bat, but Odom had other plans. He made a Willie Mays-type catch to get Childers out. And now Childers still searching for his first hit. He did walk in his first appearance and reached the second. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Masters. Low into dirt, ball 1.
Yeah, somewhat of an unorthodox delivery by Masters may have put the batters just a little bit out of sync tonight, forcing them to pop stuff up, get up underneath the ball and the bat versus driving it into the gaps into the outfield.
But then again, I think that unorthodox delivery has sometimes hurt Masters in certain points of the game, especially in the 2nd inning with those walks. But he's doing a good job with this unorthodox delivery. We've seen a lot of guys with unorthodox deliveries make it work in the MLB.
R.A. Dickey's about to get a start for the Atlanta Braves in their rotation here in the next day or so.
And first thing I think of is a guy like a Dontrell Willis.
Yeah, that's one. Certainly the knuckleballers like Phil Necro and R.A. Dickey.
A strike, and it's now a full count for Childers. And we could have a payoff pitch. This is going to be big here. Childers is definitely a key player for this East Lincoln team. Here comes the payoff pitch. In the dirt behind Bowden. Childers going to hurry on to first base. And now we got 1 on and 1 out in the top of the 6th as Zach Hester comes up to the plate.
Well, you know, PA worked himself out of a jam last inning.
Only giving up a 1 run.
Yep. His team got it back in the bottom half of that same inning, but 1 on, 1 out. Don't sweat it too much at this point if you're PA, but certainly keep an idea of what's happening in front of you.
And now Hester tried to go for a bunt, fouled it off. It looks like no one from Lincolnton's playing in, but might have maybe Givens or someone else try to play inside to defend the bunt, which Lincolnton's had their trouble against the bunt in the last inning. They couldn't get a bunt out in 3 attempts. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Hester thinks about it, backs off, and it's a 1-1 count now.
Squared the bunt, didn't get a piece of it. Bowden aware of it. Gibbons was aware of what was going on, so was PA. Got their heads in the game.
PA now waiting to deliver. Here comes the pitch. Hester boxes up the bunt again, but the pitch is low. It's now 2-1. It seems like Masters goes through some certain stages where some of his pitches for a couple in a row go a little bit too low.
Hey, compete out there. He's got to be able to get this ball. You stay.
2-1 to count as it's now pitch black here at Lincolnton High School. The lights are on. Soccer's still going on. Tennis is done. Hester squares the bunt, and this one's foul, so probably the bunt saga is now done for Hester, most likely.
There must have been a JV soccer game. They've been playing soccer down there since 4 o'clock this afternoon, it seems like.
I believe both soccer programs, East Lincoln and Lincolnton, are very good.
Yeah, they are. I would suspect they have JV teams. Pretty sure they do.
And it looks like a very good crowd over there in soccer, so that's good to see. Here comes a 2-2 pitch from Masters. Squaring the bunt again, and it's foul, so Hester's out.
Out, yep, sure is.
Wow, that's a gutsy, that's a risky call that hurts Hester, but it does get Childers 2 second base. Oh, are they going to give him back to first? Yeah, they're going to bring him back to first.
Is it not foul?
That's foul, so yeah, Childers having to go back.
Fieldman, number 21.
Because it's a dead ball, right? Well, you know, PA threw him 2 that he couldn't bunt, and then he threw him 2 that he could bunt, and he bunted both foul. So maybe PA knows what he's doing out there.
And now coming up to the plate is Logan Fillman. That pitch is low in the dirt, ball 1. So what would that go as, a K?
That would go as a strikeout. It goes a strikeout.
Huh.
No, the bunt foul. That'd be a strikeout, right? Yeah.
Here comes
Runner
1-0
going.
pitch. Childers now going to second. Bowden tries to throw it in time, but it hits the back of Childers as the Wolves scurry to get to the ball. So now the Mustangs got the runner in scoring position, the tying run in scoring position.
Well, you know, you're East Lincoln. You're the bottom of the 6th. Just one more at bat. You're down to 4 outs. You trail by a run to tie, 2 to win potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Things get a little bit tighter here now if you're East Lincoln.
And you know, here in the next inning, you're definitely going to get the heart of your lineup. So you try to at least tie it here. A 2-0 count to Fillman. And that one's called strike.
Sure was. Strike high, but it was in the strike zone. So PA will take that.
Yeah, definitely. Anything to get a strike here. As the tying run is at second base, Trevor Childers. Masters looks back.
Ooh, that will look good. A little bit inside, but
And it's now a 3-1 call, 3-1 count, excuse me, for Philman. Masters looks back, 2 second, now he gets off the bag, trying to put Trevor Childers back in second. As the East Lincoln dugout starting to chirp a little bit more now. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Philman. We got a full count now.
Wow. Wow, threw it right by him. That was a big cut, too. Fastball. Letters high, good location.
Here comes the payoff pitch as Masters looks back. And foul tip, Philman stays alive.
Got a piece of it.
It's a big at-bat here. As Derek said, 4 outs remain for East Lincoln, who are currently down 1 run to Lincolnton. Masters looking back now. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Masters gets out of a jam yet again. What a night for PA Masters so far. After 5.5 innings complete, Lincolnton leads this one 2-1 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. We'll be back to see if Lincolnton can get some extra insurance runs in the bottom of the 6th inning.
You're invited to drop by and see our brand new big showroom. Now open at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincolnton. Yes, it's big, it's bright, and it's full of great deals on Chevrolets, Buicks, and GMC trucks. Hey, it's truck month. Come in now and get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $5,500 total cash allowance on the 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab. Come in for all the details at the all-new Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC truck, 1445 East Main Street, Lincolnton.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owners insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, bottom of the 6th inning here. This is high school baseball presented by Renato Auto Mall. And on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, Lincolnton leads 2-1 as Williams leads off 4-Wolves. Trying to get some insurance runs in. Williams looks at the first pitch, which is a ball. So it'll be 6, 7, 8. Williams, Hatchett, and Bowden for the Wolves in this inning. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it's a 2-0 count now for Williams.
You're right. That's still Trenton Wood.
Yeah, Trenton Wood still on the mound. Now it's a 2-1 count. Wood came in the 5th inning to replace Burke, who pitched 4 innings. Now Williams gets some contact here, evens up the count at 2-2. Derek, in this situation, all Lincolnton wants is runs, and runs.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get an insurance run. Runs have been a premium for both teams tonight, but could get, look at that.
Carson Williams gets it past the third baseman for a leadoff single. So Carson Williams gets on base to lead things off. That's just what the doctor may have ordered for the Wolves. A chance to get more runs.
Number 10, Frank Hatchett.
And now Frank Hatchett coming up to the plate with 1 on and nobody out. He was a 1-3 put out in his first at-bat and struck out in the second. Let's see if he can get a hit here.
Yeah, 1's not a whole lot against this East Lincoln club, but 2 would be a whole lot better if you could get it across if you're Lincolnton.
Frank's trying to attempt to a bunt here.
I think that's what you do here. You still, know, play it the way you would play it by the book, which is lay down a bunt, sacrifice him over, give up the out for the base position.
Now, Well, the pitches just aren't where the bat's at, but the count is evened out at 1-1 for Frank Hatchett. And the catcher Bowden is on deck here for the Wolves. Hatchett lays down the bunt. This time it's successful and it's fair. This is going to be a close play at first. He is safe. He beats out the throw at first. What a play by Frank Hatchett.
Yeah, great looking bunt. Had to make a perfect throw, and it was, but Hatchett got down there in plenty of time to beat it out. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. A one-run ball game, 2-1. Lincolnton trying to get some insurance here. In the bottom of the sixth, go to the seventh with a comfortable lead and try to close this thing out and hand East Lincoln their first conference loss of the season, only the third of the year.
The last loss Lincolnton had was against Cherryville.
Lincoln 0-3 against their chief rivals in the conference, East and West. This will be the last time around against their rivals from the opposite sides of the county.
And now Bowden trying to lay down the bunt. It pops up, almost caught, and now Bowden's going to get the first without a throw, and the bases are loaded with no outs.
Wow, the perfect storm for Lincoln tonight, huh? Wow.
That was a dangerous bunt there by Bowden. Now it could have been caught. It could have been a dangerous play, as now Bowden's going to be replaced as a courtesy runner. Number 9 to courtesy runner.
Hey, on the ground, you got the house out.
Number 7, P.A. Masters.
And now the pitcher, P.A. Masters, could add a cushion to his pitcher, to himself as the pitcher. As Williams is at third. P.A. calls timeout. Now gets back into the batter's box here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Noah Espinola is the courtesy runner at first base.
And the pitch is low, ball one. Tough situation here if you're Woods. If you give up a walk, you automatically give up a run. As East Lincoln's, and Masters flies this one out in the center field. It's going to be caught. And now Williams tags up, trying to advance to home plate. The throw is off. Williams scores.
Get back.
A sacrifice fly for the pitcher. As he gets an RBI out of it.
Hey, Lane, pick him up right
and
here.
gets the Wolves a 3-1 run.
Helped his own call, certainly did, and he P.A. Masters. Maybe the game of his life tonight. Could possibly take the W off the hill. Drove in an insurance run in the bottom of the sixth.
And now
can intentionally walk Lane Hoover to load the bases with one out to bring up Devontae Odom.
I can't say I blame him. But then again, if Odom gets out without allowing any runners, you give up. You automatically give Cowie the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Yeah, well, you're down by 2 already. I think you load them up to try to get the double play and get out of it with no more runs across, or certainly force out another out.
Odom with another big opportunity here. See what he can do.
I mean, certainly the Mustangs have the ability to come back in the late innings with their bats, but you can't get too far down if you're East Lincoln. Count 1-0 to Devontae Odom.
Odom makes contact. It's fouled out. Catcher cannot get it for East Lincoln.
Right hand, you good?
It evens the count at 1-1. Just crowds more into it than it has been all night.
Maybe in a long time over here. They beat West Lincoln out there early in the season a year ago.
Yeah, that was a big win.
Yep.
That'd probably be the biggest win since.
Yep, this would be.
Odom, a line drive to right center. It drops. 1 run's going to come across. 2 runs going to come across. They can get the runner from first to come across from home. Oh, my gosh, he's going to get it. Slides in.
Wow.
A 3 RBI double for Odom gives the Wolves a 6-1 lead. They didn't even need Cowie.
They really didn't. Stepping up at the right time are the Lincolnton Wolves.
And now the Wolves have a 6-1 lead, and the Mustangs are probably going to have to put Trent Woods done for tonight, and he is. We're going to have a Western Sales call to the bullpen. We'll be right back right after this.
For over 100 years, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Falston has been providing services to families of our community with care and compassion. And now the Stamey Funeral Home has added the Cremation Center along with a new name, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Highway 182 in Falston, and the Stamey Funeral Home in Cherryville, located on Dixie Street in Cherryville, serving you with care and compassion in your time of need.
We make a joyful noise cheering our favorite high school football teams on Friday nights and our favorite college teams on Saturday. The family of faith at Ryan Heights United Methodist Church would like to invite you to come and make a joyful noise for the Lord on Sundays. Sunday school is at 10 and worship is at 11. Ryan Heights United Methodist Church is in Lincolnton on Madison Street, just up from Betty Ross Park. Come make a joyful noise with us.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
Be sure to visit Eddie's Auto Parts, 2514 East Main Street in Lincoln, your local CarQuest distributor.
When you want some help from a fellow car lover, it's all in one place, as you'll discover. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
In my mind, I'm gone.
Back here at Lincolnton High School, as things have changed greatly here, as Lincolnton needed some insurance runs, they got it. They now lead 6-1, Derek.
Woodward just 1 1/3, gave up 5 runs as insurance here. Brings in Trevor Childers to face Cowie with an out, and Devashe Odom, who just cleared the bases with a double at second base.
And Cowie now gets a ground ball to second base, hopped right into the second baseman's glove, and is out in time. Throw to third. Odom gets there in time. So now you got a runner at third with Langdon Givens, who got one of the big hits in the last, give Lincolnton a 2-1 lead in his last at bat. Let's see what he can do here.
It's going to go a long way for Lincoln, you would think, here, trying to turn this thing around the second half of the season. Give this some optimism that they can sneak into the playoffs, as they did a year ago at about a 500 record.
Especially against a team like this that has so much talent, that's going to the next level and has been on top for so many years.
You better change that headlight, David Keeper.
He's not giving you anything. You got to take what you want. Let's go.
Landon Givens. 1-0 in the count. The pitch is low. Givens signals Odom to go back to third. Got 2 outs here in the bottom half of the inning.
You know, certainly coming in, you had to think, well, how does Lincoln win this game? And, it would take a rocket scientist to try to figure it out. But they've done it tonight. P.A. Masters has done an excellent job at the plate. He's kept the Mustangs off balance the entire night. And then big runs late here.
Probably Masters
in the
could
6th.
go the whole way.
Yep. At this point, I think he could.
2-2 to pitch. Givens swings and misses. That's strike 3. And that'll end the 6th inning, but not before 4 runs come across the board for the Wolves in this inning to give a 6-1 lead on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. P.A. Masters is coming out of the dugout, and it looks like he'll be finishing the game for the Wolves. And we'll be back here for the final inning of play.
Crossroads Ford in Shelby is now Classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby. Yes, the name has changed, but the same friendly people you know are still there. Yes, you're invited to the all-new Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. Manager Richard Michaels invites you to come on in. You'll find the best possible deals on your new Ford or Lincoln, and check out their pre-owned inventory. For sales, service, and parts from the same people you've come to know and trust, they're still there at the all-new Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby, located at 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. The spring clearance event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Lincolnton. Get $2,000 combined cash allowance or 0% APR financing on select new Chrysler Pacifica models. The all-new Chrysler Pacifica was named the best of 2017. MSRP starting at $28,595. The spring clearance event is underway now at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street in Lincolnton.
You don't pull a
Back here at Lincolnton High School, Derek and Evan with you. 7th inning of play here. Lincolnton leads 6-1. It's do or die here for the Mustangs. We'll see if they can get a rally. Leading off is Cooper Hagna, who has got a single on his last at bat in the 5th inning. Going to need that here. Here comes a pitch. It's a strike. 1-1 now to count. Looks like Coach Sigmund's comfortable enough sending Masters back out there with a 5-run lead.
Well, I think he deserves a chance to end the game as well as he's pitched. Hogue pulls this one foul. Count is 1-2 against Cooper. Cooper with a K.
Yeah, don't see that many people, Coopers with a K. It's usually the C.
Mm-hmm. But PA's earned the ability to go out here and win this thing in complete game fashion.
Yeah, definitely had a great night tonight. And both hitting as well. Got a sacrifice fly into 6th inning.
He's one to begin that 5-run rally.
Mm-hmm. And a called strike 3 to get the first out.
Wow.
So that's 3 strikeouts in a row by PA. And he's getting hot at the right time as now Nate Kinch is coming up with 1 out and nobody on. Now Kinch slowly getting into his batter's box. Called time. PA signaling no. Now he's ready for the pitch. Here comes the pitch to Kinch. Low into dirt, ball 1. Kinch beats on the home plate. And here comes the 1-0 pitch from Masters. High, ball 2. Bowden kind of tells him to calm down and relax here. You got a big lead, and you only need to get 2 outs. Here comes a pitch from Masters, and it hits Kinch. That's one of the first mistakes in a little while that Masters has made. And you get Kinch on board with Burleson now coming up. Definitely do not want to mess with Burleson here in this situation. And Coach Sigmund going to have a talk with him here, just to try to make sure his pitcher's all right to get these last 2 outs without any more stress that's needed. So Kinch was hit by the pitch. Now PA Masters, the problem here, Derek, is he's going into the harder lineup here, trying to get these last 2 outs.
Yeah, you got an out, you got a man on. I think you give him another batter or so and he will. Cole Sigmund will allow his pitcher to get out of this thing. You know, he's got out of jams a couple of times tonight, Smoke, and, you know, you give him the benefit of the doubt, I think. You know, he's a young pitcher. He's just a junior, I believe. But give him the benefit of the doubt. He's pitched well enough to earn it, I think, at this point.
And now the ump signals to play ball once again. Burleson now at the plate for the Mustangs. Low in the dirt, ball 1.
You know, what has he done against Burleson tonight? I know Burleson struck out 1 time.
And struck out 1 time, flew out the center, and flew out the center twice.
There you go, 0 for 3.
And
so
it was a sacrifice.
absolutely.
It was a sacrifice fly his last time.
Yeah.
Now Kinch looks like he's running to second, but then goes back.
I mean, this may be the kind of guy you want to pitch to really right here, because he wants to crush it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they're having a hard time waiting on the PA pitch across the plate. They've been ahead of it. They've popped him up. They've not really hit it solidly all night long. This may be the perfect guy to pitch to right here.
These next 2 guys, including Michelle on deck, both guys want to knock it out. Here comes a pitch. It's a strike there. 2-1 now to count. A 2-1 to count here for Masters. Here comes the pitch. Low in the dirt, ball 3.
Trying to get him to chase one.
Just not happening right now.
I think till one swing of the bat beats you, you give him the chance to get out of it.
Here we go. If it's a ball this time, Burleson goes to first, and we got 2 runners on board. But it's a strike, and it's now a full count.
I mean, you've got a game tomorrow. You got another conference game on Friday. Despite the forecast of rain, you've got to assume you've got to play tomorrow and use somebody. Even though you may think you're not going to play tomorrow, you can't take that chance.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing, foul ball, just curled foul. Nice contact made by Burleson.
Couldn't wait on it. Way too early.
It's probably because of the delivery of Masters.
Yeah, absolutely, it's the delivery of Masters. It's very unorthodox and not a lot of speed behind it. And they've been underneath them.
Yeah, but Masters got to be careful, hoping Burleson doesn't get contact like that, and it stays fair here.
Right.
Well, here comes the payoff pitch yet again. 1 out, 1 on. And it hits Burleson. 2 straight hitters hit by a pitch, and now you got 2 runners on with 1 out. Don't see Coach Sigmund coming out right now.
Here he comes now.
Yeah, our view was instructed. This could be it here for Masters.
Cowie? Yep, I think so.
Yeah, so that'll do it for Masters.
Here comes Robbie Cowie.
Frank
Hatchett, the left fielder.
Yeah, Frank Hatchett's going to come in, who did do some relief pitching last Friday against West Lincoln, pitched 1 inning. So we'll come back here right after this.
Mask of an old Lone Ranger and you don't mess around with Jim.
When Auto Owners Insurance was founded in 1916, the world was quite different. Yet with all that's changed, our commitment to be there when you need us most hasn't. By teaming up with independent agents, we've made a difference for generations of customers, and will for generations to come. And by making a difference every day, 100 years seem to go by in a flash.
Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is Mooney Insurance Agency, located at 528 East Main Street in Maiden. Call 828-428-8231. Dine in, carry out, or use their convenient drive-through window at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. You'll find Northbrook's finest in food. As a matter of fact, the finest food anywhere. And for a special treat, order one of the big bloomin' onions. From barbecue to fish to steaks, hamburgers and hot dogs, they've got it all at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Open for breakfast too. And be sure to like them on Facebook for their specials and Sunday lunch menus. And they do catering no matter how big or small. Call Mitchum's Kitchen today, located at the intersection of Highway 27 West and Highway 274 in Vail.
You don't pull a man.
Back here at Lincolnton, we have a Weston Sales call to the bullpen. Frank Hatchett now on the mound here for the Wolves after 6 1/3 innings from PA Masters. A terrific job. 6 strikeouts, only 1 run given up, and that was in the 5th inning, I believe. Yes, the 5th inning. So Masters got himself out of a lot of the jams, but Sigmund can't afford to have him in this one, as now Michelle's coming up.
Yeah, Cowie's come in to short. I thought he was coming in the game to pitch, but he's come in from left to short. I think maybe Carson Williams is now in left. PA is at second, and Hatchett on the mound.
Swing and miss by Michelle. He was wanting that home run cut there, which is what we expected from him in Burleson. See how Hatchett deals with Michelle the rest of this at-bat. Here comes a pitch. Low, but is called a ball. Hatchett's been playing it short the whole game here for the Wolves. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt. Almost got behind Bowden, but nice stop by Bowden. It's now a 2-1 count. And if you're Hatchett, you got to be careful. You don't want to get the bases loaded for Pulowski. Fortunately, the Wolves do have a 5-run gap. Swing and a miss, strike 2 by Pulowski, or by Michelle, excuse me. Michelle's only gotten on base one time tonight, and that was because of a walk. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Hatchett. Low, ball 3, so a full count yet again. East Lincoln dugout starting to get back into this game here. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss by Michelle. So now 1 out remains here in this ball game with Pulowski coming up to the plate, and you got the big hitter out. Let's see if Pulowski can continue this rally for East Lincoln, or can Hatchett seal the deal for the Wolves and make this a big upset. Low, ball 1. Lincolnton fans starting to feel it. Count 1-0 for Evan Pulowski. And that's a called strike 1 there. Count evens out at 1-1.
Mix them up, Greg. Mix them up. I can't tell.
Pulowski giving a long stare. Swings and misses. 1-2 now to count. Only 1 pitch away now is Frank Hatchett from getting one of the biggest upsets this year in conference play for the Wolves against East Lincoln. Pulowski holding his bat on his left hand down towards the ground. Now here comes the pitch from Hatchett outside.
Low and away.
Low and away. 2-2 now to count. Now, Derek, in this pitch, what would you want to do if you're Hatchett? Would you want to pitch around him or just get straight to the point and get him out?
Throw it by him.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Foul, line drive foul, out of play. That went over to East Lincoln dugout. Still the count is 2-2 here. With 2 outs, got 2 base runners on, but it's a 5-run deficit for the Mustangs. Hatchett now is going to deliver the pitch to Pulowski. Pulowski gets a hold of this one. It's going to be a base hit, and 1 run could come across. Nope, it's going to hold back. Kinch is going to hold at third, and now we got the bases loaded with 2 outs. Nice job of Kinch to hold back, because that would have definitely been an out.
Yeah, up the middle. Not a lot you could do about that. PA tried to get back to it. Cowley couldn't get over there. Hoover was there to back it up if it went too far into center field, but it didn't.
So now with the bases juiced and 2 outs, Tyler Johnson coming up to the plate, who was pinched hit for Tanner Burns in his last at-bat.
And re-entered.
And has re-entered the ball game.
And played first base defensively last half.
All right, here comes the first pitch from Hatchett, and it's in there for a strike.
So he's ahead, 0-1. 2 out in the inning, bases are loaded. But really, this is the guy he needs to concentrate on, not the 3 on the bags.
Especially with a 5-run lead, and that second pitch in there for a ball. I mean, and think about it, Derek. Even with the base loaded, the tying runs on deck. And this is a ground ball to second base. Masters can't get a hold of it. Now going to try to throw to first in time.
Got it.
And he does. Who would have thunk it? P.A. Masters, the pitcher, throws the final out at second base to win the game and give the Mustangs their first conference loss of the year and a big must-win for the Wolves as they get back on track.
Yeah, PA won the victory on the hill today. He also knocked in a run to get the rally going late with the 5 runs, and then he gets the last out of the game, and the Wolves get out here with a 6-1 win in hand. East Lincoln, their first ST7 loss of the season. And a big confidence booster, I think, for Lincoln going down the stretch to get back in playoff contention here. Middle of the pack, a bunch of schools bustled in with each other, and lots of movement to happen the next several weeks to maybe get up toward the top from where you are right now in a tie for 4th place, kind of toward the back of the standings, really.
All right, we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back for the Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge postgame show here at Lincolnton High School. You're listening to High School Baseball on WLON 1050 AM and WCSL 1590 AM. It is a presentation presented by Ronaldo Auto Mall in Shelby.
Now's the time to head to West End Sales in Vail for some great deals on Coyote, like the Coyote UTV with top and winch starting at $11,900 and get 0% financing. And see the new Coyote 3510 34 horsepower tractor, only $17,900. And the big Coyote RX Series 4-wheel drive tractor with cab and loader starting at $37,000. And see the big line of Big Tex trailers, over 40 in stock, 3.99% financing for 54 months with approved credit. West End Sales, 110 North Highway 18 in Vail, online at westendsales.com. Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincolnton, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit silverpointhomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincolnton Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dream. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincolnton. Save up to 20% on select Husqvarna zero-turn mowers at Al Lane Kubota of Lincolnton. That's right, select Husqvarna zero-turn mowers are now 20% off. Plus, ask about 0% financing for up to 42 months. There's a big selection to choose from. Save on Husqvarna, Kubota, and Toro. All at Al Lane's Kubota, 3636 East Highway 27 east of Lincolnton. Online at allanemotorsports.com.
Sleep apnea is the interruption of sleep by a blockage to breathing. 8 million Americans go undiagnosed for sleep apnea. Dr. John L. Cloninger III of Lincolnton can help you with sleep apnea problems. John III is a member of the American Academy of Dental Sleep Medicine. He can help you now overcome the symptoms of obstructive sleep apnea, such as excessive daytime sleep, loud snoring, episodes of breathing cessation where you stop breathing, dry mouth and sore throat, morning headaches, insomnia, attention problems, and more. John III is concerned that patients don't know there are treatments for obstructive sleep apnea, from CPAP to dental appliances or even surgery. John III offers a free consultation for anyone with symptoms of sleep apnea. Just call 704-735-0765 or come by 904 Doncha Drive in Lincolnton to make an appointment. Sleep longer, smile brighter, live happier. Let Dr. John L. Cloninger III put his 21 years of dentistry experience to work for you.
All right, welcome back. 6-1 the final score. Lincolnton, the shocker tonight, knocking the Mustangs to their first loss of the season as they fall to 10-3 overall, just their third loss overall this season, 8-1 in league play. Lincoln improves to 5-7 overall, 4-5 in league play, and will move their way up just a little bit in that bunched up middle of the pack with a bunch of teams at 3-5 and 4-5 coming into today's action in the SD7. Wolves picked up a single run back in the first inning. A sac fly by Cowie plated the first run as Hoover led off with a single, came across to score. They added one more run in the fifth. That was to take a 2-1 lead, and then opened up the floodgates in the sixth with 4 runs to make it a 6-1 final. Just 1 run given up in the fifth inning by Lincoln to East Lincoln. That tied it up 1-1, but then the Wolves with 5 straight runs to get the victory here tonight. P.A. Masters takes the W. He worked 6.1 on the hill, gave up just the 1 run, 4 hits, was outstanding today, got out of some jams several times, and worked his way to a victory tonight, probably the biggest of his career as a high school pitcher. Wood got the loss in relief. He worked just 1.1 inning. He gave up the 5 runs in relief there to break it open. Evan, just a tremendous win for the Wolves. They've kind of been up and down the last few years trying to get this program back up to where they want to be. got to go a long way toward their confidence the rest of the season to beat a team that they hadn't beaten certainly last year. Only beat West Lincoln last year among their rivals, and had lost to these teams combined 3 times coming in. Salvage a win against their county rival and looking toward the rest of the season, hopefully in a positive manner.
Yeah, and this East Lincoln team for the past, I don't know, at least 10 years have been the standard. Them and West Lincoln have been right up there for the standard barrier of this county when it comes to high school baseball. And when you beat a team like that, doesn't matter if it's home or away, especially when you beat them by 5 runs and you get a big rally on them like Lincolnton did, that is a huge confidence booster going into the latter half of this year, trying to get a rally going to get one of those big bubble spots in the playoffs, because Lincolnton's fighting for their lives to try to make some sort of playoff appearance, going against Maiden, Newton Conover, West Lincoln even, who's struggling right now. They just lost their game today against Bunker Hill. Bunker Hill, another one too. So every night's going to be a fight for these Lincolnton Wolves.
And the good thing is they've played East Lincoln twice. They played West Lincoln twice. Got to play West Caldwell one more time. But they're going to play teams going the stretch that are kind of more in their range, I guess, if you want to say competition-wise, teams that have got similar records certainly in the conference, and a chance to then beat those people head-to-head, move their way up, maybe get a third or fourth spot in the conference before it's all over with.
Yeah, and, it always feels good when you beat a county rival. And when you're 0-3 right now against your county rivals, you want to get one win at least. And even if they didn't win tonight, they still would have had a shot against North Lincoln, who they played during spring break. But, hey, you get it against the top dog right now.
No doubt.
That is definitely going to help Lincolnton's confidence.
No doubt. The only losses I think East Lincoln have had were to South Point and maybe Cherryville.
Yes, Cherryville. Yeah.
Two of the top teams in the area, without a doubt.
One just had lost their 31-game winning
defending
streak,
state champions,
which was the largest in the country. So,
yeah,
I mean, that shows you how good East Lincoln is.
All right, the Abernathy Chevrolet player of the game, it's got to be P.A. Masters.
Oh, certainly. P.A. Masters just did a terrific job of pitching throughout the whole game. His unorthodox style, I think, really provided a challenge for guys like Alec Burleson and Michelle. And not only did he do a good job pitching, he also started to rally in the 6th inning that got 4 runs across the board with his sacrifice fly. And he also got the final out at second base, so he did it all tonight.
Sure did. Subway sub of the game, Smoke.
It's going to go to Frank Hatchett. He got in there, didn't allow a run to come across the board, and kept this at a 6-1 lead for the Wolves and finished them out for the big win.
All right, Lincoln will play tomorrow. Part of a home and home against East Burke. Back here, East Burke played up there last week. East Burke comes to town tomorrow. 4:30 will be the game, since there's no JV game, just a 4:30 varsity game between Lincoln and East Burke tomorrow. Then we'll be back on the air, Friday, and it will be Bandy's here against Lincoln, 7 o'clock for the first pitch pregame show, the Carolina Trust Bank pregame show at 6:45.
Yeah, and that's one of those games that Lincolnton's playing more against the team against their level, unlike this one. Even though Lincolnton won, these type of games are the ones that Lincolnton must win against the Bandy's team. That's the ones you have to win. And if they play like they did tonight, they're definitely going to win.
All right, final score, Lincoln 6, East Lincoln 1. For Smoke, Evan Ludwig, Derek saying so long, everybody. Back for more Friday. This has been High School Baseball at KDCBroadcasting.com. See you, everybody.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff?
This new city just makes me miss home, man. Go get a sweet tea from McDonald's. They make it fresh, sweet, and it's icy cold, just like your mom's. But I miss home. Oh, so you miss your mom telling you to make sure your room's clean? Or close the fridge, Ryan, and stop letting all the cool air out. Or turn them lights off,
All right, got it. The sweet tea is just right. But I'm gonna tell my mom you got jokes.
No, don't.
This is no joke. Stop by McDonald's and get a large sweet tea for just $1 all summer long. Large sweet tea, just $1. Price and participation may vary. Limited time only.
In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina.
It's the Subway Sub of the Day. Each day of the week, you get a different 6-inch sub for just $3.50. Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken sub. Wednesday, the turkey breast sub. Thursday, the Italian BMT sub. Friday, the tuna sub. Saturday, the Black Forest ham sub. And Sunday, the meatball marinara sub. Your choice, just $3.50. The Sub of the Day from Subway in Boulder City and the Walmart in Lincolnton.
It's like going on vacation without leaving town at the Glen Oaks Golf Club in Maiden. Sure, there's golf, but there's a whole lot more, like their swimming pool.